Welcome back to Hours Walk. Great to have your company back with us. We've got Jez here, fresh back, of course, from Carrow Road this week, and the game against Southampton to give his view on what we've learned from those. But the biggest news, of course, this week is that our bidder is out. What has gone on there, and did we escape another dodgy owner? Jez has got his view on it, and I know you'll be delighted to hear that he's going to wax lyrical about it in a second. If you've just joined the channel, then welcome. Drop us a quick sub and a quick like. This is 20 minutes of Wednesday chat. There's lots longer podcasts you can find, but this is the shortest, most compact one, reviewing everything going on with this crazy old club. How are you, Jez?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Another week of Wednesday madness and news. Shall we start with the bidding? Let's get into that one first of all. Dom Howson says, I still can't get my head around the James Board consortium offering 47.8 million for Wednesday. It raises serious questions about the analysis work carried out by their advisors. 2 months of due diligence to conclude that Wednesday aren't worth 47 million. Really? There's been a variety of different takes on this. Interested to get yours. What do you reckon?
No, they're idiots, aren't they? To be fair, I mean, if you want to buy the club and you've done enough due diligence before you actually get in there to put a bid in, surely everybody knows it's not worth anything like that. So, yeah, you got preferred bidder status by putting in double what it's probably worth. And then you've took 2 months to realise that you've bid 17 million too much anyway. If you think that 30 million is what covers all the creditors, and then it's just baffling. I don't understand how somebody with a business acumen like they supposedly got have put in a bid like that. It doesn't make sense. It just makes sense.
Some people are saying that they've jumped before they were kind of found out. Do you subscribe to that?
You've got to think that, haven't you? You've got to think that they got whiffed of all these extra bits of information they were asking for. I mean, obviously, there was the AFL and the IFR involved. So they're probably thinking, hold on, they're going to ask for more stuff here. I'm going to have to do a bit more than that. So maybe we're not going to get through. So we'll just pull it. So you've got to think that. Whether it's true, we'll never find out. But their statement to say that it's just proving too expensive it's mind-boggling, really.
Yeah. This other tweet from John Millen says their bid guaranteed a foot in the door as preferred bidders. Then they tried to knock the price down. It was a gamble from a gambler. I think we can probably nod our head along with that one. A waste of 2 months or not?
2 months gone down the pan because it could have been 2 months doing the checks with somebody actually had a realistic valuation and actually had an idea of what it was worth. I think we actually agree with the fact that we've actually dodged a bullet there. Because if you bid too much for something in the first place, it's like buying my house and offering me £500,000. I'll accept that, but it's not worth it. But go and get yourself. And then you walk and you think, well, Reece bought it. You know, that's crazy. It's simple. It's simple logics and mathematics, and it's worth that. Offer that, and then even the simplest thing of thinking, offer 30 million. You've saved yourself 17 million or so already, 18 million quid already. So then you've just saved it. It all just adds up to a bit of stupidity at the end of the day.
Yeah, and 4 million that's gone into the Wednesday coffers. Which is great. Great, and also obviously stopped the rival getting promotion as well. This is, interesting.
I think that you can't blame. I mean, the administrator, they've done their job. Did they ask the right questions? You'll never know. They've accepted the bid that's actually covered the creditors, as I said before, to a point where they thought, we're not minus 15. They're covering all those bills up. It's fine. But they must have been thinking. They must have been thinking on the back burner. Are these people real? But they've done the job, haven't they? You know, from what we know. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So where now for you then? Back to the drawing board, Mike Ashley, or what do you hope will happen next?
Well, obviously there's a soft deadline, is it, of next week, of the end of this week, the bids are going to have to be in. I'm of the thinking that Mike Ashley's probably still the last resort kind of avenue. If somebody else doesn't come in, he's the one who's going to offer you 20 million and a quid or whatever it is. That the minimum is it's 18 million pound plus a pound. So if I would say that Houghton always to come back to the table, and if it's Storch, then supposedly he's the one who's next in the line. So we'll see what they bring, but it's going to be interesting this week, and we'll find out when it comes to.
Yeah. The maddest thing I read was if the deal had gone through, that Chansiri would be receiving somewhere between £7 and £9 million sat on his beach, banned from running a club again.
At 47.8 million, he would have been getting his 15 or 16 million quid.
That's mad.
And then you get paid for failure. I mean, it's like a manager who gets sacked from a job, gets paid off. If I got sacked, I won't get paid off. So he's run a business to the ground to the point where we are actually on our tether. You know, you look at stuff that's going on there, and then he could walk away with 16 million quid. Yeah, it doesn't ring true, but that's the way football is, isn't it?
Yeah, and as soon as we get this football bill through, hopefully this will be the last time this ever happens to a football club. Not until Wednesday, though. Yeah. Should we talk to football then? Norwich away?
Rubbish. Heartless. Just another game of just bypass Wednesday.
Yeah.
By the time the defending on the first goal is comical. The fact that Liam Palmer's spinning round to look at somebody and his ball's not even gone in the goal, that's like unprofessional. But it looked as though the back five just didn't know what they were doing together. And whether or not it's because Iorfa was in the middle and Otabeo wasn't playing, it was just horrendous. But what do you expect? Yeah. We have rubbish.
Brings us to Southampton at home. Talk about Jerry Yates. And I mean, what have I got? I've got this tweet here from, I think you probably know what's coming up here, I think. Ian says, I was in hysterics when Yates missed that last minute open goal from 6 yards. He actually fell down rather than put the ball in the open net. Does he take lessons from Ugbo? And Kieran says, give Jerry Yates whatever he wants. How's he done for you? I mean, he divides opinion at Swansea and at Luton, and obviously knows with you.
Everybody said when we signed him, even from other clubs, they said he's not a goal scorer, and he's proved he's not a goal scorer. I mean, was there a stat that up to yesterday he'd only had one shot?
Is that right?
His debut, I think, when he put it over the bar. So one shot and a goal, and he falls over for an open goal. I suppose if you put Wednesday's season into a nutshell, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The striker we've signed has had 2 shots. Well, 2 shots, scored one, missed one, and fell over for another one. So there you go.
True. Right. We're nearly there though, Jez. The good news is there's only 11 games left
11
now.
Games.
11 games.
Yeah, 11 games. They're all easy as well. They're all easy.
Well, let's have a look at them. Yeah, I mean, into March now. Derby away, obviously Watford at home, Ipswich at home, of course. And then finish the month away again. How many points are coming from this lot?
Shall I go 1 and think we might draw at home against Watford?
Okay. You got away. You drew away, didn't you, from there as well? In
the last minute we were winning, and then they scored. With 14 seconds, it took them to score, to move the ball from their penalty box to ours and score, and that was in injury time. If I was going to be really, really positive, we might get 2.
Okay.
And that might be, I'm going to say that we might get a point at Derby. I can't see it, but we might get 1. Let's hope for a point against Watford, and then 2 teams that are in the playoffs or near the playoffs.
I mean, we've got the situation where teams are just looking at the Wednesday fixture they've got coming up and automatically assuming it's 3 points now. We've just spoken to some Watford fans who've gone, well, that's 3 points next time, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are underestimating you.
We can give people a game, but we have to be either 2-0 down to start playing and think they've dropped down a gear and we've gone up at half a gear as such. Like Saturday, we're 2-0 down, a bit of momentum in the second half, and it couldn't get worse. And then we score, and they're realising, oh, bloody hell, it's 2-1. We better put his foot on. And then from that, we might huff and puff a bit more, but then they go and get another one. Or we keep it tight for 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and think, oh, we've got to half-time, oh, we're only 1 down. And then we haven't got anything else to push it on, and they just think, oh, we'll pick them off later on. So it's, it's just one of those. It's one of those inevitabilities that we're either going to go up 2-0 down and start playing, or we're going to think, well, we're all right here, and then we end up getting beat. So.
Still to come, we're doing the A to Z of Wednesday. We're up to letter R this week. We're also asking who we want to come down with us, or who do we think is coming down with us. Before we get there, Jez, we've got our February Player of the Month to award, if you can.
Easy, done.
Who, sorry?
It's Fante Ingerson.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And if not for his footballing ability, for the fact they put his arms around Sydney Peck's throat.
Brilliant. Right then. Yeah. R stands for relegation, of course, which, we are. Who do you think is coming down with you? I mean, there's two sizes. Who do you want to come down, and who do you think is coming down? Who's on their way down with you, do you think?
Do I think it's tight? I would say that Oxford would be, and then I would probably say West Brom, probably, only because Leicester put Gary Rowett in charge. He knows how to do it. They seem to be, they were poor against. In fact, they lost to Norwich, didn't they, on Saturday? So, yeah, I think it might be Leicester, West Brom that have come down because they've just sacked, and you'd expect another manager's bounce, but they didn't have a last time. So I think it might be them. Who don't want to go down will be Leicester and West Brom. For allocation purposes only for next season. you most guaranteed to get a ticket. So yeah, it's tight. Oxford are definitely one, and I would go West Brom.
Yeah, I saw a Wednesday fan saying we don't want Leicester or West Brom coming down because actually we want an easy route coming back up. And if you've got Leicester or West Brom in there, then you don't really want any kind of big fish in that pond with you. You are the biggest fish, without them, aren't you?
And I don't. Well, you would say that in a normal scenario, but I would say that the amount of rebuild that we've got to do, we can't be thinking about. We can't have those coming down because the way that Oxford are as a club, you would expect Oxford to be average, better, and then be pushing for playoffs at least, if not going on, because the way that they've been built as a club. I think we've just got to think, let's rebuild and see where we are. If we, let's say we get the new owner, we sign 15 to 20 players is what we need, or whatever we're going to get. We've got to have a good manager or somebody who knows how to rebuild a squad very quickly and get us playing football in a way that's going to be successful. Having been on the back of a season where we've lost 20, what is it? I can't remember how many games we've lost now, but is it 23? I don't think we can be looking that far forward. I think we just need to be realistic. So,
you are going to be everybody's FA Cup final, aren't you? That's the thing with the size of the club when other teams come and visit.
Oh yeah, we come to everyone's going to come to Hillsborough, even though it's in a sham of a state. They're thinking, yeah, this is a place to play football. And if we do get away with not being negative points to start with, and we do get some momentum, then it showed on Saturday that not a lot is needed to get the fans going again. So you kind of get that, and you can build that up. And I went to the Barry Bannon charity night last night, and they all said that Hillsborough, once it's going, you can hear it. It builds up, and it's that rising. It's all the fans and all that kind of stuff. So it don't take much, but we've it's a massive job to do to rebuild the club, but also from the bottom to top, and also the first team, But we'll see.
Yeah. Can't get any worse, can it? Can't get any worse.
Well, it can. We can get relegated again and be in League Two.
No, we're not having that.
Well, let's be positive and we'll stay up.
Be positive, yeah. Right then, A to Z time. Letter R. Anyone on the tip of your tongue here?
My time. To be fair, it's quite difficult. The R letter. It's to any that are any good. But the one that stands out to be probably the best R out of the list that wrote was probably Adam Reach. Obviously scored goals, didn't like a tackle, but there was loads in there. I mean, Jordan Rhodes, we signed, record signing. Never did hope, but it's a good name. But I would say the best out of the R's is Adam Reach, probably. But it's a poor.
Just out of interest, did you have Danny Roll on your list?
No, I've just looked at players.
No,
I don't. No, don't look at players. Yeah, no. He proved it again. He's got the bottle for a big game, has he? 2 up and drew 2 all. So.
Okay. Let us know if we've missed any, but yeah, brilliant. Next week we're putting S to the sword. So get your thinking caps on for that. Thank you for your comments as well on all the videos. We'd love making this content for you. The lads are away at work this week, so thanks for doing your solo effort, Jez. Really appreciate it. Drop us a sub if you haven't yet done so already. 20 minutes of Sheffield Wednesday chat every single week. Appreciate it, Jez. Have a good week, and we'll see you. It's the other side of the weekend. Derby County up next. We'll see you then.